How to collect DNA. There are many reasons you may want to collect a DNA sample from yourself or a loved one. Various companies offer user-friendly home DNA kits for the purpose of paternity tests, genealogy tests, or genetic screening for diseases. Many law enforcement agencies also encourage parents to collect DNA samples from their children for identification purposes. There's several ways to collect DNA samples, many of which are fairly non-invasive and painless. Depending on the sample, DNA can be kept for many years if handled properly. Figuring out what you need. Decide if you need a kit. This will depend on what the sample is for. If you want laboratory results from your sample, you will likely have to purchase a kit. If you plan on storing the sample in case it is one day needed, you may not need a kit, although you may still choose to purchase one if you like. DNA test kits contain all of the materials you will need, along with complete instructions and consent forms, which are needed if the samples will be tested or kept on file with the authorities. Check legal requirements. In most cases, DNA samples cannot be collected at home if they are to be used in court. While home paternity tests are useful for your own knowledge, you will likely need to go to a lab and have your DNA collected by a professional if you need to use the results for matters involving custody or child support. Choose the right sample type. If you are using a kit, there will be very specific instructions for what kind of sample to collect. If you are sending your samples to a lab without a kit, check with them to see what kinds of samples they prefer. Most DNA kits request either buccal, cheek, swabs or saliva samples. Hair samples are also popular. It is possible to extract DNA from almost any human sample, including nails, blood, sperm, and items that contain saliva, such as chewing gum. Some samples, however, are easier to extract from than others. If you choose a non-preferred sample type, the lab might not be able to extract DNA, or it might be more expensive.